Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Uh, this is a close up for, what is it, October 23rd, 24th? I don't even know anymore. And we're trying out a new phone. And one of the main things that we bought the new phone to do is these close ups. So, definitely looking for any feedback about whether it sounds or looks significantly better or worse than close-ups that you've watched from us in the past. I expect it's probably about the same, although about the same is really all we're looking for. The camera on the old phone was a very good camera. It's just that often the close-ups wouldn't work at all. and I'll be interested to see whether this new phone makes a difference in that department. Anyway, enough about the technology. Hi, little pebble beans. Look at this little pebble. Such a cutie. So this is the first time that we've had a single cat at the Kitten Academy. A single kitten, I should say, in a class. Obviously, we've got the tiny pants here, so it's not really one single kitten at the academy, but it's a single kitten class so far. And I know a lot of people have suggested, just like I said on our website, kitten.academy, on our blog, I said, obviously we are going to be on the lookout for other kittens to join so that this little one doesn't grow up an only child. But so far, there are no other little suitable kittens. You have to find one that's going to be a good match. We haven't found any that are a good match yet. Or I should say, I say we, I really mean DAWS, the Danbury Animal Welfare Society. They are the ones that find all of our mom cats and kittens, with the exception of Pebble and Brooke, who I accidentally found while I was at the vet. But they're the ones that are usually responsible for finding those things, and they're the ones that are on the lookout for somebody to join our little Pebble. So that is something that we're working on, but will it pan out? We don't know. I did say to Dawes, to the Danbury Animal Welfare Society, I said, very clearly, I said, look, if you can find something like a bottle baby that one of your fosters has that would like a mom that she can nurse on, that would be a great thing to find and add in here. But if you don't find anything right away, just keep it in mind that as this one gets older, we're going to need older and older kittens to match with her. And so at any point, if you find something that is going to match in, let's bring it in here and see how it does. Okay? So they're going to keep that in mind the whole time, and we will be on the lookout the whole time that she's here. And probably eventually somebody will come along that we can add to the class. She's trying to get her balance. She's almost at that age now where she's going to start trying to stand up. You can see her trying right now. She's got her head up. She's trying to get her feet under her. But that is a tough thing to do. So anyway, we've never done a class with just one kitten before, and I, for one, I've been thinking a lot about what extra things we have to do to make sure that she is healthy and as strong and as challenged as the other kittens that she would normally be with would keep her. They fight over the nipples when they're nursing. They fight over everything. They play. They exercise together. All that really adds up to exercise, which is important. It's very important for everybody, especially for little tiny kittens that are still growing. Exercise is super important. So I've been trying to sort of bother her a little more than I bother most kittens, because I want to make sure that she's got that extra bit of stimulation from somebody that's not her mom, and that she's got a little something to struggle against once in a while. It's important. Now, as far as exercise goes, we can all tell right now, she does not need to exercise her lungs. They are in good shape. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh, Joanne Kelly was just saying the same thing on the chat that I was saying. That's cute. Yes. Definitely nothing to exercise there. Anyway, I've seen a lot of folks. I'm putting her over here on this blanket for just a second so you can see her against something that's actually white. I don't know how the camera picks it up. A lot of folks are speculating on her coat, whether it's a fever coat, whether it's going to change color, whether it already is changing color. For my part, I'm not sure. I think maybe it is. It's getting longer, and as it gets longer, you can see more of the undercoat, that black. So she appears to be getting darker. But it's so hard for me to understand whether that's just a product of the fact that her fur is getting longer, or if she's actually sort of going to become that other color eventually, and she'll lose the little white tips. I don't know. So we'll find out. We'll all find out together. I think it's really interesting to watch and to learn something about what could be a fever coat. So we'll see. Anyway, I think I've bothered her enough. I'm gonna take her mom's food out because I don't like to leave the food in the box when we leave the room. Otherwise, mom tries to bury it and ends up just tearing up the whole box. Besides that, you just ate a ton. So I'm gonna put her food out here, as we do. Now, I also brought some. These are all new toys that mom hasn't seen before. It turns out mom's pretty playful. When I came in last night. I'm sorry, when I came in this morning, our mom, Brooke, had completely shredded the catnip toy that I left in here for her. It was just torn up and everywhere. That's what all this, do you see that like dirt there? That is catnip from the catnip toy that she shredded. So I brought her some new toys, including one of Dragon Maker's Kitten Academy logo catnip toys. This is filled with the really good catnip. I want to give this to her, although she looks like, I guess she's settled down. I thought this would be fun to give her on the stream, but I'm not going to give it to her in the box. No, okay. It's not playtime right now. That's fine. We'll get video of her playing with it later. I was hoping for that, but it's breakfast and relaxing time. It's not playtime. I get it. So that's Brooke and her single kitten Pebble. There's a bunch of people that are still asking. I know I've explained this before, but you always get new folks tuning in, or folks that missed the one time that I explained it. I mean, it's really your fault for not watching every single minute of everything I say 24 hours a day, right? That's sarcasm, of course. I'm just kidding. It's not your fault. It's my fault for not explaining things better. Anyway, a lot of folks asking about whether she actually just had one kitten or not, and yeah, she did. That's actually, in a way, that's how she got to the Kitten Academy, because now the whole story, the way I've been told it, is that she had her one kitten, and the owner that she lived with was getting concerned because she was still so chunky that there were more kittens that she just hadn't delivered, and basically took her to the vet and the shelter, and one thing and another ended up surrendering her to the vet and the shelter because they already had a bunch of cats they were working with the shelter to get spayed and neutered, basically TNR cats, So she became one of those for that person, and that's how we met her. But the short story again is just that, yes, she really only had one kitten. So here's Acro. It was just faculty breakfast time. You can see they're all sort of finishing up. There's Ari and Loganberry and the regular Kitten Academy live stream. Let's hear Acro's purr. I'm going to be quiet for a second, see if you can hear this. Sure, now you get up, Acro. So I hope you could hear that. He's got a pretty loud purr. Here's Eddie. Hi, Mr. Eddie. Hey, bud. Okay. I don't know where everybody else is. I'm not going to try to find them. I haven't done my cleaning yet. I haven't, vacuumed or cleaned the floor like I do every day. Here's Maggie. Maggie's probably waiting for her chance to go out in the cat run along with Custard. They're both out there the minute that I open it in the morning. But I haven't opened it yet, and I might not because today seems like it was dry out all day yesterday. Today might be a good day for me to actually take it apart and paint that section like I need to, as well as add in some caulking and some other things. So we might not get the cat run today, buddy. Little Mr. Custard. Yeah, your face looks really cute on this camera. Okay, so let's go in and see the tiny pants real quick. And then we'll wrap this up. Hang on, I gotta do some hand wash. 1 sec. Just playing with that little kitten. We don't want anything the kitten might have to spread to these guys. Of course, we don't have any reason to think the kitten has anything, but hi, look at you kids. You come to the door now to see me? You are really progressing. You're being, I guess, well socialized is what everybody calls it. That we're good at socializing the kittens. I just call it being social. They're definitely getting more interested in hanging out with me and what I'm doing. Of course, they might just be interested in their breakfast. This is their breakfast here, which I haven't even put together yet. We give them a little bit of the probiotics and then some Royal Kitten mother and baby cat wet food, but they're going to get that after their exploration time, which is going to come after this little stream, so that's how we always do it. So it'll be the same thing today. I can see Kulat is just ready to run out that door. So what else news? You know that Taylor, we had her at the vet, and the vet says that she had some like super tapeworms, the kind that you get in the South where she's from, in Georgia. In fact, the vet was like, the first thing the vet said was, "This is weird that she has these tapeworms. You normally only see them in the Southeast." And that's when I said, "Oh, well, she's from Georgia." The vet's like, "Now it makes sense." So anyway, she had her medicine for that the last 2 days. And she should be fine now, but we're going to have her retested, of course, to find out whether she is. And other than that, as far as we know, everybody is doing really, really well. We're happy about that. Look at Nick's markings. Boy, he's really growing into that beautiful coat, isn't he? Just like his mom. His mom's got that too. Of course, you can't tell because she's wearing her secret agent suit. Speaking of advanced kittening, I don't know if I can get this on the camera, but I'm being climbed by, that's Kulat. Hi, Kulat. That was behind me, so that was a little tricky to get. Hi, you guys just want some churu, don't you? We'll get you some churu, too. Don't worry about it. Here's Blue Jean. Also, I noticed that blanket on the beanbag chair is dirty. I'm going to have to take that out and wash it this morning. Get you guys a fresh one. Hi, Kulat. Yes, now you are climbing me. I see that. Everybody's got something to say this morning. Look at this. Hi, Taylor. Taylor's being such a cutie. She's just turned into the most snuggly cat. She just likes to get up in my lap and snuggle while I sit in here and watch my shows or read my books. She is going to be a great companion cat for somebody. We took her suit off for a little bit yesterday, but she is still producing milk for the kittens, and they're still going to nurse if they can. So I really want to try to keep this on her until she is all, I guess, dried up. Is there a better way to put that? I don't know. But we do want to keep it on for that. She's also, as you can see, she tears this suit up. I had to actually trim this fuzz off of the leg holes yesterday because she'd torn it up so much. Here's a better example. Looks like she's torn it up more. I can't believe how well she tears that up. Most of the cats that we've ever put these on don't cause any damage to it. She has really made a mess out of it. What's up, Blue Jean? Army sister, yeah, that's a good idea. I should talk a little more about the faculty and where they came from more often, because I know that's a question that comes up all the time. In fact, someone was just asking us on Twitter yesterday how old each of the faculty are, and that made me realize that I don't know, because DJ's the one that can really keep track of that kind of stuff, and she knows, but I can never remember that stuff. I know Smokey, Wendy. Smokey is 20 years old now, and we've had her for about 8 years. Because when we got her, the shelter told us that she was 12 years old, which is already, old age for a cat. Not super old age, but 12 is, they're senior cats at that point. So she's just doing great. We're really happy about that. So yeah, Smokey, she's when we adopted her from the shelter, she already didn't have any claws or teeth, and she had that little crooked ear, and she's just been that way with us for forever. And she's doing great. The rest of them, it's not so easy. I know our next oldest and the one that we've had the longest of all is Acro. Acro's the one that's been with me the longest. He's, I want to say 10 or 11 now, and I found him when he was just a kitten in the woods, so we've had him for 10 or 11 years now. Yeah, that's not how you play with that ball toy, Nick. That's really not how it's done, though. Nick, I hate to criticize your technique. This is not the method, buddy. Oh, hi. Just jump at me then. So the next oldest and the one that we've had the longest after Acro is definitely Eddie, because we adopted Eddie from a shelter before we started Kitten Academy. But that's where I start to get foggy on exactly how old they are and stuff. Eddie could be 7 or 8 maybe. And then the rest of them, it gets fuzzier for me because I can't remember what order we foster failed them in, but all the rest of them are foster fails. That's Logan and Ari and Custard and Maggie. And of those, we know the ages. Somebody knows the ages, not me, of course, but somebody knows the ages of all of them except Maggie, who was already an adult when she came to us. So she could be, she could be old or she could be young, but from the way she acts, I think she's pretty young, actually. Blue Jean, show us your little eyes close up. How you doing there? Yeah. I think this new camera works a lot better close up, like really close up, than the old camera would. And I think that's a good thing for little kitten pictures, isn't it? Oh yes, Jane. That's a good. I should have brought that up. Twist did get adopted yesterday, so as of today, there's no more Wiggles left in the house. That is the first class in Connecticut finally done. I say finally, like I was waiting. Thank God they're finally gone. No, it's not that kind of finally. But yeah, that's the first kittens that we fostered here in Connecticut now have all moved on to their homes, and I couldn't be happier about it, and I also couldn't be sadder about it. It's tough to see them go, and this morning as I'm getting up and starting to get things ready and feeding the faculty breakfast like I do, I really missed little Twist following me around. She's just super helpful and interested in everything you do. Just follows me all around the house and has to be involved in everything. And so it was real easy to notice that she wasn't there this morning. But I know that her foster is a great person that's going to take excellent care of her. And the same thing for all the Wiggles. I'm very happy about the way they got adopted. And I know they are living their best lives now. And I know that because all of their adopters have continued to show us pictures and updates and stories on our Discord chat, where the Patreons hang out and chat about stuff. So it's just great to continue to get the progress reports and to know how well they're all doing. It makes it much, much easier on us. Oh, we got a little close up for you too. Okay. Well, that is about it, I guess. I want to say thank you to everybody for watching. Thanks to, by the way, the mods, like Will and Jimmy and whoever else was here today, not just for moderating the chat on YouTube, but also for bringing the facts and the links like you guys always do. When I don't know something, you usually are posting it here in the chat. You definitely are posting it on the Discord in the chat, so it's good to have a whole bunch of people who know what I'm doing better than I do. Very important to us. And thank you to all of you for watching. And like I say, you know, you guys are the biggest part of Kitten Academy. There's just one me, but we all help the kittens. So it's mostly you guys that are doing the hard work, and I appreciate it so much. Whether you're, you know, contributing monetarily or whether you're just getting the word out. Everything that you guys do makes it easier for us to get these kittens adopted, and that's what we're here for in the end. That's the big important thing. So you guys help with that more than I think you can ever even know. As usual, let me remind you, if you want to keep watching these very same kittens all day long, and I hope you do, I know I do, all you have to do is tune in on YouTube to the regular Kitten Academy live stream. You can find it right here on YouTube, Kitten Academy live stream. And you can watch them as much as you want. And I guess that's about it. So thanks one more time. And I will see all of you later on. Okay. Let's see. Fade to blue jeans, like Jimmy D does. Oh, no, blue jeans like, no, you can't come all the way over here.